Hi guys, hope everyone's doing well. We're going to jump into another Play and Explain today. It's going to be at 25 and L because I've gone broke and it's the only stakes that I can afford to play. Only joking. Yeah, apparently it's the widest played stake actually on Stars. And I'm hearing some people say it's pretty unbeatable. I've played in the pool a little bit recently actually, and it seems relatively soft. So yeah, let's get into it until we get into some spots. Yeah, we're recording. Good. So yeah, let's see how we go. I just think we're going to see a lot of type players that already we've seen in 2017. I think anything under like VPIP like 21 starts to get a bit tight here. 1915. So blue's going to be my tag for nit. So I've got blues like nit and then orange is mega nit. This guy's a mega nit. And that's really just how I like to sort of categorize my players. Queen Jack off, I'm just going to open pure. When these stats are so tight here, 1915, 2117, we can just get away with opening wider, essentially. And I think you're probably leaving money on the table if you don't do that. Here, obviously, we're going to 3-bet. In terms of the size, I think like something like this is good. On the left here, when they check across, I don't think we're going to get penalised enough by him check raising, so I think we can just start pretty liberally here, and don't mind this combo to do it. So we'll start with the half pot to simplify, and on the left here, I think we can actually just start with a range bet. I think that's fine. We don't have too much Jack X, but we do block Ace Jack, and we've got some nice backdoors here anyway. Get the fold, which is what we're going to see a lot. And on the left here, I think it's just a check now. King High does have some showdown value here. Question is, do we want to block it and try and make his Ace X fold? I don't think so. I think he's still got Queen X. I think he's got a lot of hands that aren't going to fold here. And King 5, I don't think we need to bluff. Yeah, he's not going to fold that anyway. 5 deuce fold. Again, like 21-17. Lots of nits. On the right, 10-9 offs a fold. Has like 9-8 suited. I'm just going to open pure. 16-15, 20-13, 19-13, 15-15. And on the left, open Queen 8 suited. When this guy 3-bets us, I think we have to call 9-8 suited. I'm not sure actually. I think I'm going to fold this one. I don't think we do need to call 9-8 pure, but hand like 6-5, 5-4, we should be calling pure, but that could be a mistake. King deuce off will fold. And we'll raise on the left. Deuces are open pure. So King 10-5, pretty good board for us. We're going to have kings and tens. He's going to have tens, king 10 hands like that as well. Probably 5 more than we do, but I think we can just get away with a range bet here. King high boards are just especially good for us. We could even just do a half pot bet there, but I don't think we need to. Again, these players are going to play so straightforward, it's not even funny. Oops. Open the 10. Got a super laggy to open the 10s if our computer lets us, and Jack 4 off will fold. Yeah, so here, so if he calls on the left, in the bottom here, raise Ace 10 off. God, this is so laggy, and we're going to big bet here with our pair of 10s. So here we've got to think about like the types of hands he's going to call. Obviously, we block King Queen, block Ace King, and we block his 10x pretty heavily as well. So if he does call, his range is going to be a lot stronger than it actually should be theoretically. On the right here, we'll check, and on the left, we'll just start with the range bet to simplify. Again, seems pretty lazy, but just works effectively at these stakes, especially against someone who's playing 19-13. I think we can probably, again, exploitatively get away with betting here. If he raises, we know he's not bluffing, and we can still get called by 9x here. And on the left, we'll just fold. Really easy fold against a 19-13 player. Got God, I'm even struggling to keep up with the action on two tables when talking. So funny how it goes. So ace-9 off. So versus, what's that middle position open? Ace-9 off, we can just muck. Oh yeah, sure, I've got to set to rat hole at 120. Let me see if I can quickly take that off my stars caption. Queen 10 off the fold. Let's see if we can take that off. Just for the sake of the video, I think it's good. There we go. Save. Fold. So yeah, let's see if that works. And hopefully we can just grind up some big, thick stacks even. Big and thick, just how I know some of you boys like your girls. King 6-5, pretty good board for us. I think with the jack of diamonds here, we'll just see bet. Can check this back as well. Guy's playing 19-18, so he's going to play pretty face up. So here he's going to have called with, so King X, 6X, his 3X wouldn't have folded for that side. He's going to have flush draws as well. Betting here would be a polarization error, so we really just want to check this back. Not the best card in the world. 6 isn't great. I'm not sure. Maybe we can get value from like 7s, 8s, 9s, but it's just way too thin, I think. So we'll just check and hopefully win. And we beat 5-3, perfect. And on the right here, obviously we're going to 3-bet against key 22-18. So these stats are a bit better, but they're still on the tighter side, and that's the thing to just remember. Left's pure cool. Good board for this guy's range here on the left, so he checked, which is interesting, but he should be doing more checking multi-way anyway. So when it goes check, check, the question is now, do we want to start bluffing this hand? I think it will work a lot of these stakes. I'm trying to think which value hands do we have. So King, Queen sets. I think actually, when they both check, I think it's just going to work more than it should do. This guy's still relatively uncapped, I think. But yeah, that's great. Gets through. Again, these guys just playing very face up. The stakes aren't unbeatable. King Jack suited or 3-bet. And on the left 7s is a fold. Probably can call against certain players. This guy's stats is pretty good actually. But we'll fold this time. Small sample though. So like the blue is like nit reg kind of thing. It's like reg / nit reg. Red is the players who I've seen who do things which are a bit better. Green is recreational. I've got a few other sort of random tags as well. Fold. So hands like this, so probably not going to open it this time, but you instead of just looking at your pre-flop ranges, so behind me here, I've got like 3 pretty sort of tight-ish players. So opening these hands become, I mean, not Queen 3 like specifically, but opening maybe a hand like Queen 7 suited there pure becomes better than folding it in certain cases. So yeah, it's not a case of just following pre-flop charts, which most people probably have open anyway when they're playing. Jacks we can call or 3-bet or 3-bet this time. And on the right here, hopefully an easy fold. Ace suited to be open. We've got the recreational and the big blinds here, so I'm just going to start with a bet, but yeah, we could be like check raising here sometimes too. Maybe that's a bit less of a thing multi-way. So this guy calls, doesn't check raise, which is interesting. And I think, again, with a good hand, I think we just want to bet. On the right here, we'll 3-bet against the nit. And I think we can go for half pot on the right. King Jack, Queen Jack. Don't expect him to check raise us with a bluff, ever. Ace Deuce, we are going to have some checkbacks on this board, and I think Ace Deuce makes a good candidate. Yeah, so when he raises here, I'm trying to think about what he has. Jack 10 got there. Through maybe some slow paid sets, it's easy fold. And on the right, he overbets, which is pretty interesting. Not folding. See what he does here. If he shoves, we're just going to fold. He checks. Can mix 3-bet in on the left. We'll just check call this time. I think we're going to check this one back. And he's got Queen Jack. So checking back, so that's sort of like the beauty of checking there. Well, to be fair, the overbet isn't bad. I actually don't mind it at all. If we bet, does he call? Probably not. On the left here, I think we're too high up in our range to check to bet. Yeah, I think that's fine what he's tried to do there. With his flush draw. On the left now we can fold, and Queen 10 off will fold. So I guess, yeah, with that size, he's going to have sets and just strong draws. Queen Jack suit is maybe not the best. I prefer it with something like Ace Queen or even King Queen, but I think Queen Jack suit is maybe not the best play, but could be wrong. But again, the question is, how often is Paul checking back Ace Deuce there? It's pretty loose 3-bet looking at it now anyway. But yeah, if that club comes, obviously I think we're just getting all the money. Eights versus what looks like a weaker player here. We're just going to call. Not expecting to get 3-bet too much from the big blind or small blind. Ace 8's close. I think it's just a call. So you see bet. So here we're not folding with the Ace of Hearts. We're actually just going to raise this one. I think it's a thing, but obviously we're just going to barrel off on hearts here. On the 4, the question is now whether we want to barrel and bluff off on hearts. I think this is actually going to overperform. So here we're going to go 125. And we'll just bluff off on heart rivers. Get it through. Ace King 4, so we can have big bets or checks usually. I was going to simplify to a range bet, or we can even check raise this one. I think range bet's a bit better. Oops, didn't mean to do that. On the left now, I think it's pretty clear overbet spot. The only thing he's really picked up there is Ace 8 and 8. 7-3 suited fold. He calls. So the 10's not the best card. So he's got Queen Jack of Spades, Queen Jack of Hearts. They're the only two combos I'm really worried about. Here we're just going to bet a size that sort of fits our hand. Again, just playing our hand against a lot of these players, although this guy's stats do seem a bit better over a smaller sample. But I think in these wider configurations, we still have to bet. I think a strong ace-x can still call. And again, we're going to have tons of bluffs. Tons of bluffs, blind on blind. 8-6 suited will fold, and king jack off's an open. Let's just see what he had. 10-8 2 pair. So we got lucky with a run out there. King jack off on the left. I think actually we could even bet this large, if I remember correctly. But again, simplifying to a range bet is going to be absolutely fine at these stakes. You're just not going to get punished for it. He raises. Again, already not in love with it. So I want to see what this guy's up to. So he's highly check raising, but I'm not prepared to fold this yet. King queen off, we can mix. We'll call this time against the nit. I think clear check now on the turn, or we can go small. Exploitatively, I like small actually. Not expecting to get bluff check raise that much, and on the right we'll call. Clear check back on the left. Expecting to see not much 7x now, but maybe ace jack. Not sure. Let's check back, see what he's got. Queen 8. Okay, so hit the queen on the turn. So it's going to check here. I'm just going to block this small. That's fine. So again, as you guys probably see, like a lot of this, like the focus isn't really on GTO. It's just what the hand wants to do, what's the villain doing, you know, how good, how bad, how tight, how loose is the villain. All of that stuff is really what I'm basing my decisions on, as opposed to this frequency, that frequency, which is what I was a bit too focused on before. Yeah. I think once you, I don't know, with I was chatting to somebody about it the other day, and like with like GTO Wizard and all these things, it's people that are just actually forgetting how to play poker and just misapplying what they're seeing in GTO Wizard or Pio or whatever it might be. And that is the reality of what's going on. So yeah, you just can't forget what it is you're actually doing. Like, you know, just using your brain essentially. It's like when you see like the Yuri Peleg hand analysis, A7 off, bit too loose to open, with Stefan, Linus and those guys. It's like, you know, everything just turned into pure exploit. I mean, obviously they've got really good GTO baselines, but for them, it's the exploits that makes the money, not playing GTO, and that's consistent across every stake. You know, you're not going to play 2NL the same way you're going to play 100NL, same way you play 500 soon. Like, it's not how it works. 9-5 off, will fold. On the left here, it's gone check. I don't think we want to do too much here. I think we'll just check this back. And this guy's a clear recreational. I think recreationals are often suited, heavily weighted towards ace-x. I think that's probably a fair assumption, as in they overvalue ace-x. Against our friend called Muxy here, we're a bit deeper, so we'll raise a bit larger. He's gone to 26. Let's see how often he's 4-betting. So again, not in love with us already. But I think so 1k hands and he's 4-bet less than 10 times. 4-bet range, queens, kings, ace, king off. So super tight. If he's not 4-betting properly, this hand then becomes unprofitable. So it's a fold. before I would have said nines is a call, whereas that's a fold. If a guy is 4-betting queens plus and ace king off plus, it's a fold, like, which is fine. And that's just not where you're going to make money at these stakes, you know. And yeah, like GTO Wizard might tell you it's a fold, a call, but it's just not in that situation. 9-5 suited will open here, tight blinds. King Jack off. I think we can mix into 3-bet sometimes. Cool. So he snap checks back. I don't have a diamond. I think my size here would be 75 or check. I think we'll just check this one, have some showdown value, and he snap check backed again. Do we want to try and make ace high fold? No, I think we're too high up here. Ace 3, okay. That's fine. Ace jack off. See, hopefully you can see, you know, the best way to think about playing at these stakes isn't a GTO focus, is what I'm trying to say. And I've fallen down that trap and have actually probably paid the price for it. The jack of diamonds here, I don't really like the idea of folding. Yeah, it's gone half pot though. And this range is going to be pretty strong. On the left, we'll start with a check. This sort of mergy half pot bet. Easy call on the left. So he's going to have, so king, queen, to nines, 9x. It's difficult what these players do. Okay, so really tilting, but my OBS stopped recording because it says that my laptop ran out of space. So I had to delete some of my dodgy files. And now we should be fine. So king 9 off is one of the junky hands that we can 3-bet a lot. And we are going to do it this time. Again, it's just going to work a lot. And the big blind is generally under 3-bet. And yeah, buttons obviously really wide range. So little things like that is what will just keep your red line ticking over too. Because you see a lot of people, or I see a lot of people at least, with these red lines that are just plummeting. And again, that's what mine was doing too, after I made all of these small little adjustments. And we'll go for another, 15 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes. And while it was recording, a pretty sick hand happened. Where we got ace king in against ace king and won both flips, which is pretty cool. I'll pull it up afterwards. So this is a hand that we don't always want to bet. But we're just going to simplify to a range bet here, because we might get punished this time, but we're just not punished enough for it. We block some ace 9. Don't really block 9-8, which isn't ideal. Then on the right here, so this guy's going to have actually a pretty strong range, playing 19-16. And I don't think we want to start bluffing ace 8. If he checks, we'll be bluffing this river. I think it's almost mandatory. We've still got all the ace, king, king, queen and stuff, which he would have probably got rid of on the flop. So if he folds like 3s, 4s, 5s, pocket pairs, hands like that, we're laughing. Um, 7-6 deuce, going to check back this time. And he calls with the ace 5. Wow. Non-believer. I don't think we can really fold the ace king yet. We've got 2 pretty clean outs. And we could still be good. So this size, I think, is generally actually pretty underbluffed, I'd say. We don't need to be good here often. But he could be thin value betting pretty low here. It's pretty low board. Gonna make the fold. I think I know that guy, but I'm not sure that put a smile on life. Fold. I think King 10 is one of the hands that you mix into 4-bet if we do get 3-bet against in position. Oh, it's so tilting that the video cut out halfway through because there's some pretty nice spots. I'll see if I'll get some up at the end of this session. I was talking about my hat as well. So me and my brother are half Irish, half Cameroonian. Our brother was in Ireland with my family last month, so I got some pretty cool things back from him, including this hat. I think it's like for one of the Irish football teams, or like one of the is it Gaelic football or hurling, whatever it's called. On the left, King 9 suited, so he's gone 9.2 here. So our calling range would get a lot tighter, even if we do have a calling range here. To push more to 4-bets or folds, King 9 suited is a clear fold. So yeah, so these guys here you could say are regs. Maybe not this slime guy, but these two are definitely regs. But they're just, I just got them down sort of like nitty regs. I'm talking about, like, when I say nitty, I mean sort of just like very ABC, and just playing quite straightforward essentially. Fours we will open. Got a nit and a big blind. And generally quite a tight table. Small blind doesn't look too tight, but not expecting to get 3-bet loads. Called by the big blinds. So it's actually a pretty good board for him here. We'll start with check and go from there. Interesting turn. Do we want to turn this into a bluff? Not yet. I think he still got hands like King, Queen, King, Jack, which we beat. Can we bet this for value? No. Does it benefit from some sort of denial? Yes. I don't think we want to bluff this hand, so we check, and on the right is a 3-bet. So he bets half pot on the ace, so he seems super mergy. I was going to fold, but you've got to think about those spots a lot. And on the right here, I think we can just start with a small bet. We'll start with 33%. Really nice flop, obviously. Sucky turn. But I think the king really actually repolarizes both our ranges quite a lot. So now an ace X becomes a lot stronger than it originally was. Question is, we want to check or bet. We can still get value from sets if he's got them. So he's going to have jacks, tens, queens at some frequency. So are we. Whether we want to bet those, I'm not sure. We want to bet our straight. I think we want to bet small here. I think that's fine. Do we get called by worse here? That is not the best turn in the world. I think I'm actually going to check it back because I don't know in what world we'll get called by worse. And getting shoved on would just suck. So I think we just check back. Is that nitty? Tell me in the comments, guys. Not sure. Wow. Yeah. That was not a good river. Didn't feel good. Genius. 9-6 suited will fold. 5 deuce fold. So king 4. This would be a loose open. Again, table seems pretty tight. Recreational on the big blind's going to open it this time. That's why you open it. Yeah, that king did not feel like a good river. Queen 8 off fold. And ace 9. So if we bet, I'm trying to think what we get called by that's worse. Because he's still going to have king queen, king jack, king 10 suited. He's going to have ace x himself. Is he going to turn a hand like ace jack into a bluff there? Ace 10. I think he needs to start turning pairs into bluffs. I think I'm happy with the check back, even though it does seem pretty nitty. On the left, we open jack 10 suited. And ace 7 will fold against a recreational player. Big bets or checks on the left, but we'll start with a small bet just to simplify against a weaker player. And I guess the other question here as well is our turn sizing, whether that was good or bad. 7-8 suited we can mix into 3-bet. Against the nits, we'll call. And on the left, we'll call too. I think we're going to check raise both of these boards. So he has gone half pot here. Half pot on the left. But I think we want to be check raising these. Just really push our equity. He is going to have a lot of king x when he bets. It's just reality against tighter players. We've got a fair amount of equity here. We can still make him fold some better hands. I'm going to check this one. I think his range is going to be very, very, very strong on the turn. So I can see, obviously we do want to barrel. We can barrel this a lot of the time. Now we've got a mandatory bluff on the river. Fold the 9. So we're going to bet here. I'm not actually in love with this at all, but I think we have to. With spades missing. Also, I think it is a barrel on the turn, but I'll have to check it out. And the fact he's got ace king there just sort of shows what I'm talking about. So when he does call, his range is like extremely strong. So there are a lot of hands like pocket queens, jacks, tens, hands like that he should be calling. Even hands like ace 5 I think should still be calling. But he's folding those and just calling obviously the top of his range. King 7 suited. I'm not even sure this is an open, but we'll fold. Yeah, I think, again, I'm happy with how I played that. Again, it might not be GTO, but I think it's fine. Ace king off. Early position 3-bet. We're going to fold here. And ace king off is a 3-bet. Oh, God, this guy's very tight. We'll start with a big bet and then just fold. Check it, try and get showdown. Because his range is going to be super strong. I'm not even sure this makes too much sense. But we can make hands with a lot of equity fold. Pocket pairs. This guy's probably even got ace king that he's going to fold now. And if he does anything, we are out of there. The guys will go for about 5 more minutes. I can feel myself starting to lose a bit of focus as well for some reason. Let's get the ace queen through. Ace fire off. So again, I'm always looking here at the blinds. What do their stats look like? What type of players are they? 5-3 suited. I think we can actually 3-bet this some of the time. We'll start with a range bet on the left, on the right. So this is a hand that people miss definitely a lot. I was going to call this time. I think it can be 3-bet, pretty sure. He calls, so on the right, we block ace, queen, ace, jack, which you could have. I think this overbet's going to generate a lot of fold equity, so it's going to do it. And then give up river. This could be spewy, but I was going to give up now. Ace 10. Fucking hell. What the hell? That's not too good. So his overbet was really nice size. Do we fold pair plus flush draw? I'm against this tight guy. I'm going to fold. The 4 of diamonds here isn't great to bluff river, I think. On the paired, but I think this hand is what it is. I don't think we want to bluff that river, but I'm going to check it out afterwards. Maybe the turn barrel there is just a punt. But the fold equity that we generate is going to be super high. But this could be overdoing it. Obviously, it sucks to lose against that hand, but it's what it is. So 9-8-3. So we're going to want to be doing some large bets or checks. Ace king can go either way here as spades. I think we're going to check and probably mix into check raise. Don't expect him to check back any strong hands here. 9s, 8s. Do we want to bet big? I think we can actually even overbet this spot, you know. We're just going to bet big on the ace. Could go for a small bet as well, but he's picked up hands like ace, queen, ace, jack. And I think this sounds strong enough to jam if he calls. Okay, he folds. I think that's fine. I think when he checks back flop, he just really doesn't have much anyway. So maybe we do want to bet a smaller size. King 7 suited. Cool. Going to fold against larger size, especially against early position, but there might be arguments to mix that into check raise sometimes. King, queen, off will fold. This hand's really bothering me. So we bet he calls fine. Overbet turn, he calls with his 10, fine. I just don't think we want to bluff river. We don't block ace jack. The 4 of diamonds just isn't a good card. I think it is negative blocker. Even though I'm not sure how much 5-4 he gets there with 5-4 of diamonds, that is. It's just not a great blocker. Not positive anyway. I think it's just to give up, and I think we're just unlucky there. Yeah, so the 6-4 that you guys just saw up here. Where is it? Again, really tight table, so you just open it. Don't worry about the pre-flop charts too much. Uh, 6-4 off. It's a fold, but even overdoing like the 3 bets, blind versus blind, is gonna work really nicely too. Ace 3 against pineapple. who is a friend of mine who I actually know, will do. And ace 10, I think we started ace jack, ace 10's too loose. And ace 3 could be too loose as well. But I think it's going to be fine against Paul. And now it's a clear fold for me. So this is a hand again that can go both ways. We just simplify to a range bet. I think this guy is a slightly better player, so we're probably going to get punished here. Get the fold. Flopping a set with fours on the left. Or not. Tight fish, just a very easy fold. I haven't recorded it yet, but I'm going to do a small introduction to this video where one of my good friends, Steve Morris, me and him did like a little podcast chat interview type thing where he talks about the realities of being a poker pro and some of his personal story. And it is really interesting. And that'll be coming out soon. Kings, we've got a better hand this time, 3-bet against our buddy here. Deuces, just going to fold. King 10 off, 3-bet. I think versus half pot, I think I'm just going to fold this. We've got 2 overs. Nah, let's just fold it. And on the left, we'll just stab. So I know recreational players often react quite extreme against overbets, like they just don't like it. 10-9 suited here, we're going to fold, and our queen 9 off will mix into 3-bet. Or not mix, but probably suit it quite a lot. I think it just works nicely until we get 4-bet, ace jack off, we open. So yeah, so watching this, guys, I hope you just get some ideas on, you can't just sort of follow GTO or whatever to beat these stakes. I mean, you can. If you do play GTO, you're going to crush these stakes, but yeah, just sort of, you have to make sure that you're always thinking about the game, like exactly what it is you're doing, why you're taking a certain action, as opposed to just sort of blindly following like a formula. 7-6 suited, we're just going to open pure. Tight table, fish in the blinds. Ace king suited, it's an open. And in position, we like calling 7-6. So the ace polarizes both of our ranges here. I think ace king, we're just going to bet pure. So this board's pretty interesting. I'm not sure this is the board where you can just bet range. I'm just going to click this back and see what happens. I'm just going to bet big. The 4 doesn't really help him. This is getting kind of thin now. You sit ace jack, clubs miss. Are we going to get called by worse? No. And 7-6 now. Do you want to check or bet? The king is good for him. I think getting jammed on would suck. If he checks, we have to jam this river. This could be an absolute punt. But I think it actually just overperforms at micro stakes. Like aces now are in a terrible spot. Let's see what he does. This could be spew, but I think it just works a lot. So let's see what happens. And like from pool, like you're not really going to see this stuff. Like it's going to be so underbluffed, it's not even funny. As played, it has to go in. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So like click back, check, check, and he calls with the aces. Wow, okay. That could be spew, but yeah. Guy doesn't like to fold. I think his call there is probably losing in pool, but is what it is. 4-3 suited will call. Fold. King 9 off might be a little loose here. But fold. Six deuce deuce. Fold. 5 deuce fold. We'll start with a fold, a check on the right, and a small bet on the left. Good turn for range. Well, the king's good turn for range anyway. I think betting this might be, again, a bit of a polarization error. I don't think we need to. I think we beat enough. We have enough showdown value. I'm going to call the ace king on the left. Now he's got the king jack. He goes half pot. I think that was a clear fold. But might be something we can do there some of the time. Nine 8 will open and king 4 will open. I think we'll start to wrap this up now. And then I'll get up the results. Jack 3, A7. Falls through. Perfect. All right, let's see how we got on. And then I want to show you this ace king hand as well, which is pretty cool. Okay. So I was playing a bit yesterday as well at 25. Today, I don't think we did quite as well. I think we blasted off this stack here, which wasn't ideal. All right, let me see if I can find you this hand. Results. Right, let's talk about this hand first. So I think it is a big time punt. I mean, we know it is, but so he's got aces. So he 3 bets, cool. He bets small with range. We click it, which I don't really like actually thinking about it now. If he is gonna, I think if we are gonna do this and the heart comes, I think we have to barrel actually. I don't like the check and 7 high on the river. We have to put it in. This is definitely a punt. This is not how you make money at the micro stakes, guys. But you know what I'm thinking about. So he's bet small there. What can we do to put him in trouble? And you know he tank called with aces, so I guess it wasn't a bad bluff. And yeah, look at this one here, which is what you love to see. Is this the one? Yeah, so open, call, 3-bet, jam, cool. And we won both boards, which we fucking love to see. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one and look out for my podcast with Steve Morris. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye-bye.